Sometimes it's hard to connect with old photos because we don't know who they were or what they went through. But in this video, I decided to give them a story, to imagine what they might have carried and why. Welcome, I'm Ingrid Carlsen, and I'm so glad that you're here today. I think you're going to love this video, and I really hope it sparks some imagination and encourages you to go make something today. And if you feel inclined, I would love it if you give this video a thumbs up. We're going to start by making a zine. It's spelt Zine, but it's pronounced zine, like magazine. And if you want to know step by step how to make this, I will have the tutorial linked in the description below. But this is a great project to make when you are short on time, but you want to make something that's creative and that really tells a story. And I'm using these Tim Holtz paper dolls to do just that. I'm going to change things up just a little bit from the tutorial because normally you just glue all of the pages down, but because I want stories to be told or pieces of these characters to be somewhere, instead of just putting them on the page, I'm going to make pockets at the top and the bottom so that I have little bits of paper that are sticking up and sticking out of the bottom. That is so yummy to me. And so I'm going to mark out where I want the glue to go first. This is a story about a dad and his two daughters. They've traveled a lot. Maybe they were selling goods. Maybe they were chasing work. One of the daughters watches over everything, and the other one has her head in the clouds and is always daydreaming. They live out of bags. They keep moving, but they keep track of each other. In their little pocket, this little piece of paper is going to get tucked in, and it starts developing the story of these three. It's showing what they carried with them, what they had in their pockets. And so here I'm depicting a pocket full of tokens, some used tickets, a cinnamon piece of candy, and a fountain pen. And so now we are really delving into telling the story, and this is where you can have fun and you can decide who your characters are and what they carry with them, what they love to do. My zine has a place for 6 different stories, and the next one is one of my favorites. It's a little girl, probably around 6 years old, and she's all dressed up, trying her best not to get dirty, but you can tell that she'd rather be doing something else. She reminds me of the type of kid who always has a plan in her pocket and an adventure in her horizon. She carries with her a ribbon, a little crumbled up drawing, a 4-leaf clover that she's already lost about 2 times, and a button. The next story is about a father, a son, and their dog. These 3 are always together, and they probably walk the same path every single day. The son laughs at his father's jokes, and even though his dad doesn't say much, you can tell that he is really proud of his son. But the one that's totally in charge is the dog. And they carry a dog biscuit, maybe a half-eaten chocolate bar that is wrapped up, which they have to be very careful with because they don't want it to melt again. A coin for good luck, of course, and a field notes notebook. And then, of course, some game tokens because they love playing games together. The next story takes place on a beautiful spring day as this bride and her niece are posing for a photo. The bride loves her niece. They have a very special bond and is so happy to spend this day and share it with her. And together they are going to carry a embroidered handkerchief. Maybe it's the bride's mother's handkerchief or her grandmother's. A pressed flower, of course a bobby pin from the bride's hairdo, a piece of chalk that belonged to the little girl that she would scratch on the ground as she was waiting during pictures, and of course a beautiful ribbon that would go in the little girl's hair. This next story is probably my favorite. It is of a mom and her daughter, and the mom is just so beautiful and pristine, and she's got the most stoic posture, and the little girl is trying to copy her mom, and she's learning how to grow up by just watching her and emulating her every move. Together they are carrying a Bible, and in between the pages of the Bible there is a sweet little pressed daisy. They also have a strand of pearls and the little girl's gloves that the mom has in her little velvet pouch. We've already talked about a wedding, and now we are talking about some newlyweds. I think maybe this photo was taken maybe the day after their wedding, and you can see by the look of their faces that they are both focused on what their future together looks like. They are carrying a piece that was torn from her veil, a fountain pen that they signed their marriage certificate with, the hotel key from their honeymoon hotel that they're staying at, and of course a pressed gardenia that is still not dried out because it was just from yesterday's bouquet. I wanted my cover to kind of foreshadow what was inside of these pages and the stories that we were about to uncover. So I wanted to leave it fairly simple. I am going to take kind of pieces from all of the stories and melt it into one, starting with a notes that I've written from the past on the front of it. Then we did a bouquet of flowers, a stamp, and then it's finished off with a sweet butterfly. I think this is the perfect touch to symbolize what is to come. Each of these pages felt different to make, just like the stories for each of these characters. But the more that I worked on them, the more that I felt like I knew these people, like I was immersed in their lives, in their thoughts, in their dreams. And that is the magic of paper. You get to tell stories that maybe nobody else is going to. And so today, I want to encourage you that if you stay clear of sometimes the paper dolls, I've heard, because you might not know those people, get to know them, create their story, have fun, be imaginative, pretend like you're in kindergarten again, where you are creating make-believe stories. And I think you're going to really enjoy the process. I hope that if you like this video, that you let me know which your favorite traveler was, or maybe what your grandparents had in their pockets. And of course, if you try something like this, make sure to tag me over on Instagram. I'd love to see your creations. I get such a kick out of that, and I will post them in my stories if it's okay with you. I want to thank you so much for being here, for being a light in my life, honestly, for your comments that warm my heart every single day. It's my favorite part of the day. And I just cannot thank you enough. I want to remind you today that you are special. You are loved so very much, even if you don't feel like it. I want to remind you of that you were created perfectly in His image, and He loves you. He hears you, and He listens, and you are worthy. Until next time, I love you. Bye.